I do wonder, like, is there some biblical truths around parenting that you feel like we've kind of steered away from?
Yeah, I think that sinful nature thing is a big thing, actually. More and more, that kind of idea that our kids come out as these little pure beings, and we might stuff them up with our parenting, or ruin them, or corrupt them. Um, and I guess along with that, there's a real devaluing of seeking obedience from our kids, expecting obedience, training our kids to be obedient. That's almost a dirty word these days, to say that your child should obey you. I guess this resisting authority that we have, or even a fear of our own authority in parenting. So I think, yeah, that's really impacted the way the people in the world parent. Like, they often see themselves more as a coach or a mentor to their kids, not a teacher or a trainer or someone who's bringing the truth of the gospel. So I think it can really shift that parent-child relationship into this unhelpful balance. Where the kid, is just, and it also puts a really big weight on you as a parent if you think your kids come out pure, and so then if they start to misbehave, you think, well, what have I done wrong? What's happened? It's quite freeing to know, well, they're struggling with sin just like I struggle with sin. Yeah. So,
It's wild to think that people actually believe children are born innocent.
I know. Sometimes I wonder if they've had children, those people.
No, I don't. I've always said that. I'm like, whoever has said that has not had children. I mean, it is unbelievable how my girls, at a young age, learned how. I didn't teach them how to manipulate their dad,
Yeah.
into with their emotions and stuff. It just comes
Yeah.
naturally,
Yes.
sinfully, but
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah.
It's been wild for me to see that, especially between I have both genders, seeing how that plays out in different ways. That I'm like, oh, I don't do that particular thing, but that's just come naturally. So
Yes.
I guess is it gentle parenting? Like, I mean, is there
Yeah.
anything we can take from it? Like,
Yeah.
I know you
Yes.
address it, and I
Yeah.
know that's where you're talking about this whole idea of disciplines become a dirty word. Like, do we
Yeah.
throw the baby away with the bathwater? What do we do
There are
there?
some really lovely bits of it, like, and it sounds beautiful, gentle. Like, of course, as Christians, we want to be gentle. Like, that is a key way we want to relate to our kids. And there are some really helpful things. I think in many ways it's a pushback to how my generation was parented, which was stop crying, go to your room and think about what you've done. It just this kind of not dealing with the emotional person at all. And so I think that is, and some of the stuff like identifying feelings, I think that's so key for kids to be able to say, oh, I can see you're feeling angry, like just helping them have a language around their emotions. But I think this whole letting emotions be the whole truth, all your feelings are okay, they're valid, everything about that, rather than saying, our feelings are a good part of how we're made. Feelings are a good gift from God, but because we're sinful, sometimes our feelings will come from a place of that sin. And so we need to teach our kids not all feelings are okay, because we need to say, hang on, what's the root of that? Why am I feeling that? I want to address the heart of my kid, not just say everything that comes out of is pure, because actually what Jesus says, it's what comes out of a person that defiles them. We know that often sin will result in sinful feelings that will result in sinful actions. So, yeah, I think if you're just going to validate all your feelings as completely good and true, you miss a big part of Christian discipleship, which is training yourself in godliness and sometimes saying no to your feelings. Yeah, your feelings are
Yeah.
not the boss of you is something I say to my kids
Yeah.
sometimes.